A movie so authentic that 13,000 Civil War reenactors worked for free just to be part of history. An actor who suffered a heart attack during Pickett's charge and kept it secret until filming wrapped, and a beard so magnificent it required its own insurance policy. These are 20 incredible facts about Gettysburg you never knew. 1. Sheen's secret heart attack. Martin Sheen was literally dying for his art during Gettysburg's climactic scenes while filming Pickett's charge in brutal July heat. The 52-year-old actor suffered a heart attack, but told absolutely no one. Not the director, not the medics, not even his own son Sheen later admitted he felt chest pains and numbness, but kept shooting for 3 more days. Terrified that production would shut down if anyone knew, he finally sought treatment after wrapping, where doctors confirmed he'd had a mild cardiac event. His reasoning? General Lee wouldn't have stopped for a heart attack. 2. Daniels' career suicide. Jeff Daniels' agents begged him not to take the role of Joshua Chamberlain. He was offered the lead in Sleepless in Seattle and a major part in Jurassic Park, both filming simultaneously. His agency threatened to drop him, saying a 4-hour Civil War film would destroy his career. Daniels chose Gettysburg anyway, feeling the role was once in a lifetime. While Sleepless and Jurassic became blockbusters, Daniels never regretted his choice. His portrayal of Chamberlain became the film's emotional centerpiece, earning him an Emmy when the film aired on TNT and revitalizing his career as a serious dramatic actor. 3. The insured beard. Tom Berenger's magnificent beard as General Longstreet wasn't just hair, it was a production asset. The insurance company demanded a separate policy on the beard after learning it took 4 months to grow in style the policy covered accidental trimming, fire damage, or premature loss. Berenger couldn't eat certain foods, had to sleep in a special net, and traveled with a beard wrangler who maintained it daily. The premium cost $8,000. When strong winds during battle scenes threatened the beard's integrity, filming stopped until conditions improved. Berenger joked it was better protected than he was. 4. Elliot's blood connection. Sam Elliott discovered something extraordinary while researching his role as General Buford. He was actually related to a Union soldier who fought at Gettysburg. His great-great-grandfather served in the 2nd Wisconsin Infantry, part of the Iron Brigade that fought on the battle's first day. Elliott found his ancestors' letters describing the exact ground where he'd be filming during shooting at McPherson's Ridge. Elliott stood where his ancestor had stood 130 years earlier. He kept this private until filming ended, saying it felt too sacred to share while we were working. 5. The Volunteer Army. Over 13,000 Civil War reenactors worked without pay, creating the largest collection of historical recreators ever assembled for a film. Many used personal vacation days, drove cross-country at their own expense, and brought their own historically accurate uniforms and equipment worth thousands of dollars. Some reenactor units had been preparing for years, drilling formations specifically for the movie. The production only paid for meals and gunpowder. Turner estimated the reenactors saved the production $15 million. One reenactor mortgaged his house to buy an authentic cannon, saying, "How often do you get to charge with Pickett at Gettysburg?" 6. Sacred Ground Permission. Gettysburg was the first film ever granted permission to shoot on the actual battlefield, now a national park. The negotiations took 2 years. Requirements were extraordinary. No digging, no permanent marks, no vehicles on unmarked roads, and restoration of every blade of grass. Each cannon firing required federal approval. Park rangers monitored every scene. The production posted a $2 million bond for damages. When filming ended, the battlefield was actually in better condition than before, as the production paid for restoration of several monuments and pathways that had deteriorated over time. 7 wool in July. Hell Authenticity demanded wool uniforms in Pennsylvania's 95-degree July heat, resulting in a medical nightmare. The production averaged 30 heat casualties daily, with 3 ambulances constantly on standby. Medics treated over 200 severe heat exhaustion cases. Both armies' uniforms were historically accurate wool, which doesn't breathe and retains body heat. Actors lost an average of 8 pounds during battle scenes. The medical team instituted mandatory water breaks every 20 minutes. Historically inaccurate, but necessary. Richard Jordan, playing General Armistead, collapsed twice from heat stroke, foreshadowing his death from brain cancer just months after filming 8, Turner's Personal Crusade. Ted Turner personally financed all $25 million when every major studio rejected the project as uncommercial. Turner, a Civil War obsessive who owned the largest collection of Civil War memorabilia outside museums, considered it his personal mission. He visited the set constantly, sometimes suggesting battle tactics to the director. Turner even appeared as Colonel Waller Patton, a Confederate officer. When advisors warned he could lose everything, Turner replied, "Then I'll die broke but proud." The gamble paid off when the film became TNT's highest-rated original program and earned $60 million in video sales. 9. The Length Battle. Originally conceived as an 8-hour miniseries, Turner shocked everyone by demanding a theatrical release. The problem, it was 4.5 hours long. Theater owners revolted, saying no one would sit that long. Turner personally called hundreds of theater managers, promising to buy back unsold tickets. Only 248 theaters agreed to show it, with mandatory intermissions. Some theaters scheduled just one showing daily. Critics predicted disaster. Instead, many theaters sold out for weeks, with audiences applauding at intermission. Several theaters reported patrons watching it multiple times in one day, treating it like a historical event. 10. Lang's living history. Stephen Lang disappeared into General Pickett so completely that crew members became concerned. He remained in character for the entire shoot, writing letters to his real wife as Pickett, signing autographs with Pickett's signature, and referring to other actors only by their character names. Lang grew his hair for a year, studied Pickett's actual letters, and visited his grave. During Pickett's charge, Lang delivered his farewell speech to Virginia in tears so genuine that Confederate reenactors began crying. The performance was unscripted. Lang later admitted he couldn't remember filming it, having left himself completely behind. 11. The horse multiplication battle scenes required 5,000 horses, but the production could only afford 200. The solution involved mathematical precision and choreography. The same horses were filmed from multiple angles, with riders changing uniforms between takes. Computer mapping ensured no horse appeared twice in the same frame. Riders became expert quick-change artists, switching from Union to Confederate gear in under 3 minutes. One horse named Traveler, playing Lee's famous mount, worked 16-hour days and appeared in over 40 scenes as different horses. The illusion was so successful that historians couldn't spot the repetition. 12. The Cannon insurance crisis. After the first day of filming artillery scenes, the insurance company nearly shut down production. The blank cannon charges were so powerful, they shattered windows a mile away. The insurance adjusters, watching cannons fire in volleys, calculated potential lawsuits and panicked. Emergency negotiations resulted in reducing powder charges by half, positioning cameras further away, and using telephoto lenses to maintain the visual impact. Even with reduced charges, the cannon fire was so loud that local airports reported pilot complaints about explosions. The production hired a full-time liaison just to warn aircraft about filming schedules. 13. Chamberlain's coaching ghost. Joshua Chamberlain's great-granddaughter, Rosamond Allen, visited Jeff Daniels on set with extraordinary materials. Chamberlain's actual letters, his personal Bible, and unpublished memoirs. She spent 3 days teaching Daniels her great-grandfather's mannerisms, remembered from her childhood meetings with the elderly general. She corrected his salute, his way of holding a sword, even his Maine accent. Most remarkably, she brought a recording of Chamberlain speaking at a 1913 Gettysburg reunion. Daniels studied it obsessively, matching the rhythm and cadence. Allen declared Daniels' performance brought my great-grandfather back to life. 14. Uniforms from attics. Some reenactors wore actual Civil War uniforms passed down through families, creating authentication nightmares for insurance. One Virginia reenactor wore his great-great-grandfather's actual Confederate colonel uniform, valued at $50,000. Another brought cartridge boxes with real Civil War ammunition still inside, requiring bomb squad removal. The costume department had to delicately balance honoring these heirlooms with production needs. Several uniforms showed actual battle damage, complete with patched bullet holes. The production hired textile experts to document these artifacts, creating an unexpected historical archive. Museums later requested copies of the documentation. 15. The Invisible Arsenal. The props department manufactured 50,000 historically accurate musket balls, paper cartridges, and percussion caps, despite none being clearly visible on camera. The detail was for reenactors who insisted on complete authenticity when loading weapons. Each cartridge was hand-rolled using period-correct paper and black powder substitutes. The production spent $40,000 on items that appear on screen for perhaps seconds. When questioned about the expense, the prop master explained that reenactors would know if they were loading incorrect ammunition, affecting their performance. This attention to invisible detail became a point of pride. 16. The Burns Competition. Ken Burns was filming his Civil War documentary simultaneously, creating an unexpected rivalry for resources. Both productions competed for the same historians, consultants, and even reenactors. Shelby Foote, Burns' star historian, was contractually forbidden from appearing in Gettysburg. The competition extended to acquiring props, photographs, and archival materials. Libraries and museums were forced to schedule access. Some reenactors worked on both productions, requiring confidentiality agreements. Ironically, the rivalry benefited both. Burns' documentary created audience appetite for Gettysburg, while the film drove viewers to the documentary for historical context. 17. One Take or Nothing. The legendary bayonet charge down Little Round Top was captured in a single take because it was too dangerous to repeat. Jeff Daniels led 400 reenactors down the rocky, wooded hill at full speed with fixed bayonets. The stunt coordinators called it controlled chaos. 3 men were hospitalized with injuries, including broken bones and a punctured lung from falling on bayonets. The cameras had one chance to capture it. If anything had gone wrong technically, the scene would have been impossible to reshoot. The take used in the film is exactly what happened. Unrehearsed, spontaneous, and genuinely dangerous. 18. The 3-week score. Randy Edelman had just 3 weeks to compose and record the entire musical score, a seemingly impossible deadline for a 4-hour film. Working 20-hour days, Edelman wrote music directly onto the film timing sheets while watching rough cuts. He composed the main theme in his car, humming into a tape recorder while stuck in traffic. The London Symphony Orchestra sight-read much of the score during recording sessions. Edelman conducted while still writing final pages. Musicians later called it the most intense recording session of their careers. The score, considered one of the greatest war film soundtracks, was nominated for an Emmy. 19. The Teacher's Bird's Eye View. The film's aerial battle coordinator was Jim Rieger, a high school geography teacher from Pennsylvania with no film experience but an encyclopedic knowledge of Gettysburg terrain. He created detailed battle maps during summer vacation, using his classroom's overhead projectors to design shots. Turner hired him after seeing his homemade battlefield models. Rieger coordinated helicopter cameras with ground movements using classroom teaching aids and colored pins. His systematic approach saved hundreds of thousands in helicopter time. After filming, he returned to teaching, using his film experience to create a Gettysburg course that became nationally recognized. 20. Battlefield ghost cast and crew reported unexplained experiences while filming at night on the actual battlefield. Sam Elliott saw a figure in Union uniform walk through his hotel room wall. Several reenactors camping on the battlefield reported hearing phantom gunfire and seeing soldiers who weren't part of the production. During the filming of Pickett's charge, cameras recorded strange orbs and figures not visible to the naked eye. Park rangers, familiar with such reports, weren't surprised. One ranger told the crew that they were filming on America's most haunted ground, where 10,000 men died in 3 days. The experiences were so frequent that the production chaplain held nightly blessings. Which of these behind-the-scenes revelations surprised you most? Was it Martin Sheen's hidden heart attack, or the ghostly encounters on that haunted battlefield? Drop a comment sharing your favorite scene from this epic film. And if you want more incredible stories from Hollywood's most ambitious historical films, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Until next time, remember what Chamberlain said: in great deeds, something abides. Thanks for watching.